Hi, my name is Amjad,
Hi.
and we're doing the uh, the CLR lab 1, and here is the code, our finished product. Let me just do this. As you can see, here is all the packages and imports, the classes, extending and implementing two other classes. Here's the onCreate method. As you can see, we've added a bunch of new lines of code to it, and here are the two other methods that we added during this entire lab. The first one is the hold on, give me a second. The first one is the process button push. It generates three random integers between 0 and 255, and then it sets the background color of the button to be an RGB color value of these three colors, or these three variables. And the second method is the event listener for the sensor. It's called the onSensor change event listener, and yeah, it checks if the device is moving, and then it calls the first method, which I talked about, which is the process button push method, and yeah, it changes the color of the button when the device is shaking, basically. So to begin with, as you can see, the tablet has been connected to the computer, and the app is running on it. And yes, the first couple of steps of the lab are done, and yeah, the device is connected and it's working and is receiving the program from the Android Studio. So to begin with, we did the we started with the XML file, and we've deleted the text saying "Hello World," and instead we replaced it with a button, as you can see here. And we changed the two values of the button, the ID and the button clicked event listener. And here's the ID. Push button has been changed to, and the on click is process button push, which calls this method. Give me a second. This method right here, and next, let's see what was next. As you can see, the button is the takes up the full size of the Android screen, and this is because we changed the these two properties. The let's just check what they are again. The layout width and layout height to match the parent, which basically matches the button height and width with the parent, which is the Android screen itself, or the layout. And next we added the process button push method, and in it we declared three random integers. To do that, we needed to add the random like an instance of the random class at the very top, as you can see here. And once we did that, we set the view, which is passed in the parameter right here. So when the button is clicked, the button sends its view here, and the view is the background color of the button's view is set to RGB, colored RGB, and these three values for red, green, and blue. And after that, the instructions told us to add a couple of lines to the onCreate method right here. As you can see, we added the system out print line, like this thing in the onCreate method, and we right here is the next line they told us to add. It gets the it creates a button like a new button, and then it finds the view by ID. So basically, it gets the button's view from the XML file, and then it just prints out the button's text. So the text which is push me. So what this does is when the device turns around, it prints these two lines in the terminal, and we can see that. Well, let me just go right here. Okay, so I'm gonna turn the tablet around, and it's gonna print new lines. Yep. Okay, one more time.
English. Take the thing for USB
Yeah, sure. So yeah, this basically prints it. It printed out all of them, but I restarted the application, and it doesn't seem to be responding right now. But as you can see, it printed out many times before when the device was turned around. So yeah, that's what happens when you turn on the device. These two lines, well, all of this gets executed. And the last thing that we added to this was the this line right here, which basically when you turn the device around, like changes orientation, this line right here, when you change this orientation, the device calls a method to set the button's color to a new color instead of resetting the button to be a no color, like a colorless button. And finally, we added the sensor manager, these two lines. Well, they're too complicated to understand, but the instructions explained it. It says it notifies us when the device has been shaken, like when it moves. So yeah, these two lines are essential for making the last bit of code work in terms of shaking the device and making it like a new color every time you shake it. So here's the event listener. It says the on sensor changed event listener, and all of this code checks whether the device has been moved. It's some complex mathematics here, but if it has been moved, then this calls the process button push event, which changes the color like the same way you change the color in all the other instances, as when the button is pushed and the screen is flipped around. To implement the event listener, we had to add this line of code right here. It implements a sensor event listener, and with that we added the event listener and the code inside it, and it worked. Now here is the device. As you can see, when the device is shaken, the color changes, and when it is flipped around, the color, wait, flip it around, flip it around again. As you can see, the color is changing when it's flipped around, and obviously when you push it, the color is changing again. And with that, we are done.